We're going back to one of my favourite breweries, Quantock Brewery, and this is their Frozen in Azacca, an Azacca single hopped beer, brand new, hot off the shelves. But what's it going to be like? Keep on watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going to be reviewing this beer. This is Frozen in Azacca, one of my favourite hops from one of my favourite breweries, Quantock Brewery, based down in Somerset. This is a 4.5% pale ale. I'm just going to read you the back because it's quite interesting, this one. So this, it says, we have a growing love for Azacca here at QB, as I do as well. And we're excited to be one of the first breweries in the UK to use Yakima Chief's frozen fresh hops. These hops are raw, unkilned, flash frozen, whole cone hops. This process preserves the fresh off the bine characteristics of the hop. For this special single hop ale, we've used our Smooth House Pale Ale malt base, a fruity IPA yeast, along with bundles of fresh frozen Azacca hops in the boil and a heavy dose of Azacca T90 for the dry hop. Altogether, it results in a bright and refreshing pale with flavours of mango, tropical fruit and citrus. So, really excited. I love Azacca. It's one of my favourite hops. Yeah, I mean, usually I think it's, with a lot of them, it's better when it's mixed with, say, Citra and some other hops, or, so brewed with those other hops. But obviously this is Azacca T90, and obviously it's got these frozen fresh hops. So I think we're going to get a lot of flavour from this. So let's see if we do. Let's crack it open, get it in a glass, and see what it's all about. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I always think of things like, frozen peas or frozen fish. As soon as they're really fresh, and as soon as they're literally, like peas, for example, they're picked, then they keep all their nutrients and everything straight away. They're frozen and then obviously shipped off, and it gives the best quality in terms of the peas. So I know that's the same for hops, but that's the only analogy I can think of. So beer in a glass, I mean, it looks absolutely stunning. Look at that yellowy custard colour, which looks quite thick for a pale ale. We've got a sliver, one finger at most, of quite bubbly, frothy head. I can already smell big hits of pineapple, but let's go right in. Oh, it smells really good. Yeah, I mean, strong pineapple, citrus notes, mango, passion fruit, papaya. Oh, it smells really good. I mean, for a pale ale, that's got a real hit of aroma. I'm really looking forward to it. The taste buds are really going. So let's get stuck in. Cheers, everyone. Lovely. I mean, I'm going to use the word fresh, but that's what it tastes. All the flavours are so bright, and fresh is the best word. I'll take my glass off now because I'm not reading the can anymore. But you're getting big waves of citrus, lemons and limes, grapefruits. There's also a fair bit of pineapple in there. And then there's just this sort of loveliness of tropical flavour, which is, so you got a little bit of mango, you've got passion fruit and papaya, those sort of fruits in there. Oh, it tastes really good. Smooth, fruity. It's just one of those beers that you think, oh, I could just neck this really quickly. It's got a lot of flavour and a lot of fruit and juice flavour, but it's not the sort of beer that you want to sit and really overanalyze. You just want to drink it and enjoy it. It's one of those sort of beers that you can just sit back and enjoy and think, yep, this to me is what craft beer is all about. Juicy, fruity, soft on the palate. There's a little bit of carbonation, but it's fairly soft in terms of the carbonation. And although the flavours are all there, and there's a light of touch to it, there's a brightness, a zestiness with the flavour. At the same time, it's got this it's a much more creamy and a little bit thicker than a lot of pale ales. I mean, when I think of something like the pale ale that I just had before, the time travelling taxi, it was night and day to this, in terms of it being a pale ale. This is For me, this is like it's a slightly lighter version of an IPA, but it's not far off, you know, a lot of IPAs in terms of the body. Really easy to drink, really fruity, nice hits of the grapefruit, just gives a little bit of sharpness, no root bitterness, but just a little bit of sharpness on the back end. It's a sort of beer you just want to sink down. Again, you know, pale ales, fruity, tropical. You want to be drinking them in the summer, but you know, I love this beer. I drink this beer or these sort of beers all year round because they just taste so good, you know, and that to me is what it's all about. I love this beer, and I could drink quite a few of these and have quite an enjoyable time. This beer as well, I think it was, I'm going to try and remember the price now. I think it was $3.65 or $3.80, something like that. Pretty reasonable price as well. A great beer and a great brewery. I love Quantock, and I think they've made really good use of these really fresh Azacca hops. Brilliant. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Frozen in Azacca. A beautiful Azacca single hopped pale ale, 4.5%. Using these fresh Yakima Chief hops, the Azacca T90. So let's go through the scores. Well, first you open it up, and before you even put it to your nose, you get this nice sort of tropical aroma that fills the room. Big, nice sort of slices of pineapple as well. Put it to your nose, you get all of that, but you know, big waves of citrus, real bright, zesty sort of aromas. Lemons and limes and grapefruits all in there, giving it a real sort of mouth-watering sort of, what do you call it? It makes your mouth water, you know. As soon as you smell it, you think, I've got to drink it now. And that is what a beer has to do when it comes to aroma. It's going to make it so you want to drink it quickly. So I'm giving it a 14 for aroma. Appearance, it's a beautiful colour. It looks, you know, lovely and thick. Yeah, there's a nice lace in the glass, but not really much head. But it's, for a pale ale, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 for appearance. Flavour wise, well, like the aroma, pineapple, little hints of tropical mango and papaya in there as well, and passion fruit. But there's also a lot of citrus there. Certainly a fruit on the back end. You're getting lemons and limes. You're getting grapefruit. It's a really stunning pale ale in terms of the flavour. The flavours are bright. The mouthfeel is smooth. It's a little bit thicker than a lot of pale ales. The carbonation is just, you know, just about right. I think in terms of a pale ale, it's got exactly what you want. It's got all the flavour, but it's very, very drinkable. It's nothing, none of the flavours are, you know, sit there for a long time. They just sort of wash away until you take the next sip, and it makes it a very easy to drink, quaffable sort of beer. I'm giving it 35 for flavour. It's one of the better pale ales that I've had. 35 for flavour. Value for money, well, as I said, I'm not quite sure the exact price. I think it was certainly under £4. I think it was $3.65 or $3.80. I think it was $3.65 opposed to $3.80. It might be $3.40. I know they're the sort of prices. I think that's a really good value beer. It is a big jump up from supermarket pale ales, in my opinion. So I'm giving it an 8 for value. And then my overall experience, yeah, as I said, it's one of the best pale ales I've had. I mean, for me, it's up there with some of those pale ales I've had from Polly's. It's got that sort of consistency. It's so easy to drink and goes down so well. Juice, fruit, tropical, citrus, it's all in there, but nothing's overpowering. There's no sort of like, oh, that's too strong, or there's a little bit of too much of this or too much of that. It just goes down really well, and it just washes itself away, and you think, just want to drink it again, drink more and more. And I think this is the sort of beer that would be great in a 4-pack, or buy 4 of them, you know. Obviously, you know, I'd love to see something like this in the supermarkets, in Tesco's, and you can buy 4 of them. It's a cracking beer. I'm giving it 16 for overall experience. Top those scores up, and it's a brilliant, highly recommended 82. I mean, I love Quantock, and I'm getting to the point now where every beer is good, and I'm getting excited when I see them. My bottle shop seems to be good in terms of the fact that they get new stuff in. So I've got another single and obsessed with Sriracha Ace, which is a hop that I've never really heard of before. So I've got that coming soon. But yeah, everything that they seem to do is good, and you know, whether it be pale ales or IPAs, certainly this is up there. You know, I mean, I'm the obsessed with what was the one I had last time? Oh, Harlequin. Obsessed with Harlequin was really good. The IPA that I had was brilliant. This is, you know, this is up there. This is as good as those. An 82 score speaks for itself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this. We're getting a few Quantocks in because you know, you get a taste for it. I just think they're good. I always want to keep drinking them to find something that's not so good. But at the moment, I'm left speechless each time. They're brilliant beers. So give Quantock a go if you see them. As I said, any of their stuff has been pretty good. Their Obsessed In series, though, especially so. Single hopped as well. You know, I'm always, you know, going on a little bit now, but I always find that single hop beers, they're very difficult to get right. But this one is absolutely spot on. So, hope you enjoyed this video. And until the next one, keep on rocking.